Now, I know, this one sounds silly as well, but I cannot emphasize the importance to have some kind of what is going on, YouTube family. In today's video, we're going to be going over the 10 different things that you should pack for your first cruise. Now, before I go into all of the different things that you should be packing, I want to let you know that any of the items that I'm going to be covering today are going to be linked in the description below, so you can go ahead and go there after the video and purchase them if you need it for your cruise. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get right into it. The first thing that you want to make sure to pack is all of your essential documents. Now, I know what you're already thinking. That's a pretty obvious thing that you want to make sure to pack, but it can be something that's overlooked because we're so caught up in making sure that we have everything that we possibly need for the cruise. You want to make sure to have your passport, as well as printing out any document that pertains to any excursions that you're going to be doing, just in case things get a little wonky, because technology is always messing up at some point in time. You want to be safe than sorry and have a physical copy of it. Once you've gathered all of those important documents, I would suggest to put it in some kind of folder to have it readily available for you when you are going to first be getting on the ship. Number 2 is going to be the outfits that you should pack. Now, between me and you, it isn't that hard to tell that I really don't have any style when it comes to knowing what to wear and what not to wear, what looks good and what doesn't. But what I can do for you is to let you know some things that you want to make sure to bring with you on the cruise if you're going to be doing any type of formal dining. If you're going to do any type of formal dining, whether that's going to be for Paolo's or it's going to be for Remy's, you'll definitely want to make sure to have some formal outfit packed for you. For men, you're going to want to make sure to have some kind of dress shirt, some pants, and dress shoes as well. If you are going to be dining at Remy's, it's a little bit more sophisticated and they do require some kind of dress jacket to be worn. But if you are going to just Paolo's, you don't necessarily have to worry about bringing a dress coat with you. For women, the dress code is going to be either a dress, a skirt, pants with a blouse, or you can wear jeans, they just cannot have any rips in them. Bonus tip that I'm going to give you in regards to outfits is bring some kind of outfits to dress up for the theme nights. On the Disney cruise, they do have nights that are designated towards some kind of theme. I can tell you now, because I've learned this, every Wednesday is always going to be Pirates nights. You'll definitely want to make sure to have some kind of outfit that you would like to take pictures with the characters. The third thing that you're going to want to make sure to pack is some kind of shoes to wear during the cruise. I can't emphasize this enough, and I know it's pretty silly to say this, but you definitely want to make sure to have some kind of shoes that are going to be versatile for you to get wet, to be able to get sandy, as well as ease of access for you to use around the cruise. Because let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of walking in a lot of different terrain. One minute you could be on the ship walking around, the next you're in water and you're in sand, and I think it's important to have some kind of shoes that is going to be versatile for you. In this particular case, I will advocate for these bad boys. Before I get into this, I am not by any means sponsored by Crocks, but if there's anybody out there who works for Crocks and they want to sponsor me, I can be your guy. It does not have to be Crocks, but in my opinion, these were the best things to have on a cruise because they just worked so good with every single type of situation that I had. Didn't have to worry about what shoes I wanted to wear. I could just grab these with socks, without socks, and just go throughout the day and not necessarily worry about swapping shoes out when I had to go. You'll definitely want to make sure to pack your favorite versatile shoe. That way you can make sure that you're not having to worry about that and just go and do the things that you want to do. Number 4, make sure to pack all your medications. Now, when I talk about making sure to bring your medications, I'm not necessarily referencing different medication that you have been prescribed for any type of illness that you have, which definitely make sure to bring that with you as well. In this particular case, what I am more referencing to when it comes to medication is to make sure to have your Dramamine, your Tynell, or Advil packed with you. Now, if this is your first cruise, you want to make sure to definitely have this because you don't know how your body is going to react to the cruise. I will personally say there was some nights that I felt a little bit motion sickness, I think, but I don't think that necessarily had to do with what the ship was doing. It was more in regards to the exhaustion that I was feeling because we were doing so much, and the ship moving back and forth didn't necessarily help that much, but that doesn't mean that you won't go through that. So you want to make sure to have that readily available to you, just in case if you do suffer from some type of motion sickness while on the cruise, you have that available to help you with that. The fourth thing that you want to make sure to pack is your sunscreen, or if you're into it, your tanning lotion. Now, I think this is pretty self-explanatory as to why you want to bring it, but if you've booked a cruise that's going to be going to a tropical island, you want to make sure to have that available for you because the sun can be very different and intense in these tropical islands than you're used to back at home. If you do forget that, you can go ahead and buy that in the store, but you are running the risk of spending more money that way. But you gotta do what you gotta do if you forget that. Number 6 is making sure to pack electronic essentials. Now, when I'm talking about electronic essentials, I don't necessarily mean your cameras, your phones, which you'll definitely want to make sure to obviously bring all of that. You'll want to make sure to have some kind of portable charger like this to take with you off the ship so that you're able to charge all the different items that you have. I really do like this particular portable charger because it charges everything that I could possibly need. It'll charge my camera battery, it'll charge my phone battery, even my laptop it'll actually charge as well. So I would definitely invest in something like this. It is a little bit expensive. I believe this was about 80 bucks when I got it, but I will say it is durable. It has even a clip that you can clip onto a bag that you have, and it's definitely something that you want to make sure to have with you because you're going to be taking a lot of pictures, you're going to be using your phone for a lot of different things, and it will drain your battery. So something like this is going to be crucial to you to make sure that you can continue to charge your batteries and still use those items when you need it. The next thing that I want to go over that's in the electronic category is to have some kind of extension cord or adapter that's going to give you more outlets to plug in. When me and Amanda were on the Disney cruise, the one thing that was a little bit of a bummer when we were in our rooms is the lack of outlets that you had to plug your electronics in. By having some kind of extension cord or some kind of adapter for you to use, it'll definitely change that for you and help you to have more options to be able to plug different things at different places. Now, I want to point out, if you are looking to buy one of those, you want to make sure that's without surge protectors. If it does have that, it will be confiscated. Like I stated in the beginning, I'm going to link below all the different items that I have been referencing in this particular video, so you don't have to go searching for it. But if you are going to other websites besides what I have linked below, definitely make sure, because again, they will confiscate it from you. Tip number 7 is making sure to pack a bag or backpack. It is a game changer when you are trying to carry things off of the ship, or if you're trying to bring things back onto the ship. You want to make sure it's something that's going to be able to handle the elements of where you're going to be at. If you are going to be going to a tropical island, you want something that's going to be waterproof, that can get a little bit dirty with the sand, something that's going to be able to handle the environment well, because let me tell you, it is going to get wet, it is going to get sandy. It's inevitable. You're on vacation and things happen. Tip number 8 is making sure to pack a lanyard for your room key. Now, I know, this one sounds silly as well, but I cannot emphasize the importance to have some kind of way of carrying or storing your room key with you while you are on the cruise. That room key, as it's called on the Disney Cruise Line, is really the keys to the world while you're on the cruise. That room key is way more than just a room key. It is your ticket to get on and off the cruise. It is your method of paying for things. It's also your way of turning on the lights. I cannot emphasize how important to make sure you have with you. I would recommend to have some kind of lanyard because it's going to make it so much easier to remember it, to find it if you do lose it, because if it's on a lanyard, it's a lot more easy to identify it. It's going to make sure that you have it with you at all times so you don't forget it when you need it. Tip number 9 is going to be bringing a Ziploc bag or a waterproof case for your phone. By having a Ziploc bag packed with you, you're going to be able to put items that you don't want to get wet in there. Any documents like your passport or important piece of paper or batteries or electronics that can't get wet, you can put it in that Ziploc bag just in case if your backpack or bag that you're bringing with you somehow gets wet. As for the waterproof case, you're going to want to probably take pictures with your phone underwater or around water, and by having a waterproof case available to you, you're not going to have to obviously worry about that getting wet as well. The last tip is to bring a portable nightlight with you. Now, this is something that me and Amanda did not bring with us because it was our first time on a cruise, but when you are trying to get up in the middle of the night to use a bathroom, it is pitch black. This is your first time going on a cruise. There is a lip in the floor to get to the actual bathroom, and if you are not careful, you can trip and fall, which can cause some serious damage because that lip is pretty big. They do sell certain night lights that don't have to be plugged into the wall and are motion censored to help illuminate the floor when you are going to the bathroom at nighttime. Now, I know I said that this was the last tip that I was going to be giving you, but I have a little fun bonus tip of what to bring on the cruise with you as well, and that is to bring some kind of decorative magnets to decorate your door, which is so cool to be able to interact with the different people on the cruise and to just have it decorated for you to make it that much more magical and fun for you as well. And that's it. If you did find this video to be helpful and informative, please hit that like button as it will push this video out to more people who will benefit from it, as well as hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also check out this video, which is going to go over the 7 best excursions to do on the Disney Dream Cruise.